What's up, guys? JP here, and this is going to be part 2 of my entire DVD movie collection. Part 1 kind of got a little bit choppy towards the end, so I had to cut it, and so I'm going to be redoing a couple that would have been in part 1. So first up is Children of the Corn. This is just an awesome movie to me. It was one of the ones that I really watched a lot when I was growing up. I love the idea of all the kids, killing all the adults and taking over the town and stuff. Really cool movie. Probably wouldn't work today, um, but yeah, really cool movie. Based off of a Stephen King short story. Next up, we have Children of the Corn 2 and 3. This is a double pack put out by Echo Bridge. Both of the movies are on one disc, I think. Yeah, Children of the Corn 2, I was actually really happy when this got released because it was never released on DVD before this, and I've always been kind of a big fan of the Children of the Corn series, and especially Part 2 was always my favorite one. Kind of one of my top guilty pleasures. Like, I know the series is bad, but it's one of the movies that I really liked a lot when I was a kid, the whole series, so I didn't really realize it was bad until I grew up a little bit, and then I realized how bad each of the movies were. And part 3 is decent too. Probably the first 3 are the best in the series to me. Then we have a 6-pack of the Children of Corn movies, put out by Echo Bridge also. It has part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, which, I got this after I got this release. Even though this had part 2 and 3 and I already owned them, I decided to pick it up anyway because it did have 4, 5, 6, and 7, which I didn't own. Most of them are pretty bad. I don't really like 7 or 6. 5's okay, and 4 is just kind of weird. But yeah, I'm not the hugest fan of the series anymore, but I did like it a lot when I was a kid. Next up is Children of the Living Dead, and this one was not the greatest movie. It's a zombie movie. It does have Tom Savini in it, which when he's in the movie, it's actually kind of cool. It's kind of an entertaining character. Overall, this movie's not that good, but it it kind of feels older than it is. It came out in like 2001 or 2002. But it feels like it was from the early 90s, late 80s or something, which is kind of weird. I wonder if anybody else feels that. To me, it just always felt kind of an older movie. I was actually surprised to see what year it was actually released. Then we have the Child's Play collection, the Chucky, the Killer DVD collection. Has Child's Play 2, 3, Bride of Chucky, and Seed of Chucky. I've talked about these films before. I really like Child's Play 2 and 3. Bride of Chucky was kind of decent, and I really don't like Seed of Chucky at all. Next up we have The Creeps. This is a full moon release. I didn't mind this movie too much. It was kind of interesting. Basically, you have little people versions of the Wolfman, Frankenstein, and the Mummy, and maybe the Swamp Thing. I can't really remember. But yeah, it was okay. Not one of Full Moon's best, but it was pretty cheap, so I didn't really mind it. Next up, we have Creepshow, which is an awesome anthology. I love anthology movies. They're just really cool to me. My favorite story in this one's probably The Crate. And the Stephen King one I like a lot too, where the grass stuff. Creepshow is really cool. I need to pick up the sequel. Next up we have Critters. I love Critters. I love little monster movies like Gremlins and Critters and all of them. This movie I watched a lot when I was a kid. I still watch every now and then. I probably need to pick up the sequels pretty soon too. After that we have Cujo, and Cujo to me, I'm not the hugest fan of this movie. I find the kid to be really annoying. I know a couple other people have said that too. The first time you watch it, it's good, but it really doesn't have a lot of rewatch value, at least to me. Next up we have Dark Ride. This is the only 8 films to die for movie I got. I believe somebody got this for me as like a gift or something one time. This was actually not bad. It was I've seen a couple of the other 8 films to die for series, the After Dark Horror Fest, but this one was pretty cool. It was a kind of a slasher, and I had fun with it. I do eventually want to get all the films in them After Dark series because I do like some of them. Next up we have The Burrowers, and this one was kind of a cool surprise. I remember picking it up at like Walmart for like $5. It's kind of a you know, Western style horror movie, which I wish they would do more Western style horror movies because I kind of like them. If anybody knows any good Western style horror movies, let me know.